There comes a moment in your journey when your silence becomes more powerful than your words, when your peace becomes louder than your pleas, and your refusal to beg becomes your declaration of self-worth. That moment doesn't sit well with some people. In fact, it drives them crazy. They hate that you won't chase after them, that you won't shrink yourself just to fit into the story they've crafted about you. They crave power over you, not because they love you, but because they need to feel superior. They need to feel in control. They want you beneath them, bowed down and broken. You see, some people walk away from your life with the assumption that you will come crawling back. They imagine themselves sitting on a throne, waiting for your apologies, for your sorrowful texts, for your desperation. But the truth is, you've leveled up. You chose peace over pain, worth over validation, and healing over habitual heartbreak. And now they are stunned, shocked that you had the strength to walk on, to live your life without their toxic presence. There was a time when you may have begged, a time when your heart was tender, cracked open from betrayal, and you thought that pleading would mend what was broken. But growth changes things. You've learned the hard way that love is not supposed to feel like begging. It's not supposed to hurt like that. So now you've let them go. You've let them walk. And while it may have hurt initially, you found strength in solitude, power in peace. And oh, how it irritates them. It unsettles them that you're no longer dancing to their tune, that you found joy without them. They wanted to see you weak. They wanted to see you beg for the very things you always deserved: love, respect, time. But you said no more. You said, "I refuse to bow." And that resistance, that unshakable self-worth is what they can't handle. This message is for the ones who have been walked out on, ghosted, disrespected, and discarded. For those who gave love generously and received silence in return. For those who once pleaded for reconciliation, only to realize they were pleading with someone who never truly saw their worth. Let this be your confirmation. You're better now. You're not the same version of yourself who thought love meant sacrificing your dignity. You're wiser. You're stronger. You're rising. And yes, they're watching. Don't think for a second that they're not. From a distance, they see your glow. They see you smiling, creating, connecting, advancing. It drives them wild that you didn't crumble without them. They expected to be the sun in your world, but you learned to generate your own light. They wanted you broken, but you became a masterpiece in your healing. And now, their pride won't let them admit their mistakes. Some of them talk about you behind your back, spreading twisted tales and half-truths to justify their actions. Why? Because your resilience exposes their immaturity. Your peace reveals their chaos. Your silence highlights their insecurity. And that, my friend, is a mirror they cannot bear to look into. You didn't become bitter, you became better, and now they have to sit with what they lost. For some of you, it wasn't just a lover, it was a friend, a family member, a child, a sibling, someone you trusted deeply, someone you poured into, and still they turned their back on you. Not because you failed them, but because your strength exposed their weakness. You loved them honestly and they gave you their silence, their betrayal, their blame. But here's what they didn't realize. They didn't break you. They built you. Yes, they're mad. Mad that you don't grovel, that you don't shrink, that you're not on your knees praying for their return. But guess what? You're praying for your own peace, for your growth, for your future. And that prayer is far more powerful than any plea for their attention. You've chosen self-respect over codependency, and now you're unstoppable. When someone can walk away from you, let them. Because if they were truly aligned with your soul, they would have stayed. They would have met you in the middle. Real love doesn't require groveling, and real connections never need constant convincing. They either see your value or they don't. And if they don't, bless them on their journey and keep walking yours. Some of you have been through hell. People lied about you, tried to ruin your reputation, used the courts against you, tried everything to destroy your name. And still, you're here. Still standing. Still believing. Still still becoming. You are proof that favor isn't fair and protection is divine. What they meant for evil, the universe flipped for your good. Let them talk. Let them seethe. Let them stew in their own confusion. You don't owe them your peace. You don't owe them your presence. You're not responsible for their healing. You're responsible for your own. And you're doing just that. Healing, rising, evolving, glowing. They lost access to your light and they hate it. You're not a doormat. You're not a puppet. You're not their emotional footstool. You are royalty. You are divine. You are chosen. You are loved. Not by them, perhaps, but by something greater. By the infinite. By Source. By the Most High. And that love is all you need to keep pressing forward. Let them hate. Let them gossip. Let them spiral. You'll keep climbing because you were never meant to stay down there in the mud of their projections. You were meant for higher things, for divine connections, for peace that surpasses understanding, for joy that isn't conditional on someone else's approval, and every day you're walking into that reality. Don't cry for them. Don't apologize for healing. Don't apologize for thriving. You gave them grace, you gave them chances, you gave them love, and now you're giving yourself the same energy. Finally. And that's a beautiful thing. You're choosing joy, choosing wholeness, choosing to rise. And yes, it might still sting sometimes. The betrayal, the silence, the memories, but pain is a part of progress, and it won't last forever. You're not bitter, you're just better. You're not angry, you're aligned. And in this new chapter, you don't need to explain your boundaries to anyone. You don't need to justify your glow-up. You earned it. Your peace is sacred now. Your time is valuable. Your presence is a gift. Don't waste it on those who need you to beg in order to feel powerful. If their love is based on your humiliation, it was never love to begin with. You deserve more. And you're finally realizing that. You're moving upward, like the lyrics say, all the way up. You are not average, you are not basic. You are the head and not the tail. You're a light in the darkness, a lighthouse for the broken, a warrior with a tender heart. And that's what they never understood about you. Your gentleness was never weakness. It was power under control. And here's the truth. You're going to keep rising, you're going to keep evolving. And those who couldn't appreciate your love will be the ones watching from the sidelines as you soar. Let them. Let the universe handle the karma. You just keep shining. Let go. Let God. Trust the process. Be still when you need to. Dance when you can. Smile when you're able. And remember, no one can take from you what's truly meant for you. Not even the ones who tried the hardest. And now repeat this prayer with me. Heavenly Creator, divine source of all light, I come before you with a heart that has been tested, stretched, and scarred, but never destroyed. I thank you for the strength that sustained me through what I thought would break me. I thank you for your presence, even when I felt abandoned by the world. You never left my side. Lord, I release every ounce of shame tied to the times I begged for love, pleaded for peace, or chased validation. I know now that I was seeking in others what only you can give. Teach me to draw from the eternal well of worth within me. Teach me to remember that I am your masterpiece, not anyone's project to fix or discard. Protect my heart from those who seek to manipulate or dominate. Shield me from spirits of control, deception, and pride. Place your divine boundaries around my soul so that only love rooted in truth and light can enter my life. I surrender all toxic attachments to you. Forgive me for the times I forgot who I was, for the moments I lowered my standards, gave too many chances, and allowed pain to masquerade as purpose. Cleanse me of the residue of those experiences and replace every crack in my soul with your healing presence. Anoint my steps, direct my future. Surround me with soul-aligned people who see me, value me, and grow with me. May my life be a testimony of how your favor overrides failure, how your grace resurrects dreams, and how your protection preserves purpose. And so it is. I receive my healing. I receive my joy. I receive my next level. In the name of divine justice, restoration, and sacred alignment, I say, Amen.